हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू अनदर लाइव स्ट्रीम। आज हम लोग फिर से खेल रहे हैं गनशन इम्पैक्ट और आज हम लोग हुआ तो लियोए हार्डवेयर का स्टोरी क्वेस्ट ख़त्म कर देंगे। You should go to
What are you staring at?
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was... Do you think he doesn't know we had better go and...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
no, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Ugh, you're so petty. Paimon can't absorb. So, Zhongli.
One of the clauses of our contract.
You're so petty. Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
What? Oh, come on. There's only one real for Tui. Shh. No.
You know that.
Yes.
Say.
Now that I mean it all, still what?
Ah, forget. Hear ye all! Though a dragon's gods and rumors, and here's having been thwarted in his trial. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
So that something feels off. Could the cheesing or... Did Zhongli tell them exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Kuchi.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Does Her Eminence the Yuha? Traveler.
Yikes!
Is that the traveler who...
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
If you were looking for someone.
Roping you in was...
The cleanup of the
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Liyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade. I've heard that Ningguang is... those... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? That was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Chising were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. Kuching is absolutely now. Could the original... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then.
May the Lord of Child protect you.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber?
So the rumor...
Lady Ningguang.
Patience. Nevertheless, the building site has been chosen. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance.
Only sufficient Adepti, although these, I take this, you may ask.
These things won't...
Then it's the deal of a life. Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge to...
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This...
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Then we'll never be short of more.
The construction... I have other remember.
Ningguang seems super busy. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh?
Ma'am, as it happened.
No.
Don't be like that. Why don't you Oh, right, yeah.
You hear that? They said they had some useful information. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this.
So what?
I've already told you.
Come on, ma'am. It's not about...
I won't...
No more excuse! Yeah, I saw you. And Shinyu at kiosk. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving up?
Master warned me, but here we are.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for every...
Oh, you again.
Lilith.
Silence!
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe.
I've heard about... I could have dealt with it myself, though.
This is
Laws. No,
Really?
that would be my step.
She's so on. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants. Then of course you...
Chingson, Glaze Lily,
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all... Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus?
Are you here to buy...
Chingson, Glaze...
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
She's really eating them!
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Though they were not complete.
So, how if Paimon...
Because I'm not sure the food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, sampling each dish in order to...
Return?
Enough about me.
Oh, and...
I see.
Yep, were you in...
However, you have shown me your kindness, and I...
Wow, but having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier. So...
Then let's not...
Great!
We simply need...
Veto!
Really?
Look, Sunset...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there.
Baiju? What are you...
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How can Lady Ningguang need so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, as far...
Okay, then. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite...
So you need to be careful. Once I...
No. Hey, Timaeus, what are you chatting about? And who might this be?
Oh.
Hi. Huh? That's okay. Hey, aren't you... I've heard some... No, never mind.
Sucrose receipt.
A strain?
Yes.
Huh? A package from an ex...
There wasn't any... I think I've seen...
You've...
No.
Oh.
No.
It's called...
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we didn't know...
That's right. It starts with... It turns out after being... Huh?
No. Oh? Well, all right. And since... Okay, fine. Although...
But... If you'd like to learn the rules, yep, that trying to...
Understood. To be honest...
Well, what do
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates are also indispensable when adventuring. Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help to you. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Blonde. Dresses all funny. It feels like Paimon's heard this one before. Wait! Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like his?
Hmm? Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya? Eye patches can't prove that.
That stranger did nonetheless. After all, and should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would— Please don't talk. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city, even now. Well, as to further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence. He stands guard at the city. I wish you ever—
Honorary knight. Stranger, he was wandering a lot as long as mess.
That might.
Anyway, you should go.
What? You need something? Here. Can't say I've. He then had a look at the Knights of the Gift.
The angels. Anyway.
Dad welcomes you. My strength still
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles!
That I have. Even some. I don't.
And what's Master?
Why?
Investigating?
If you're looking for. There's too many rock.
Even if you are a close friend, give up. I need to learn to handle. Even if you are a close friend. Dandelion wine. I can't give up. Come on there.
Wine and adventure.
Let's go!
Even if you are a close friend. Dandelion, oh my friend. I can't give things another. Even if you are a close friend. I need to learn to handle my booze better. I can't give up. Another dandelion wine. Even if you are a close friend, I need to learn to handle my booze better. Another dandelion wine. Even if you are a close friend. Hey. Go on.
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look. Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Well.
So,
That little one
that's not true!
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you... Sure.
And he was...
But I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and 3 answered questions. The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the question. That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling.
Ah, thank you. Now as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude. I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only... Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that... I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question. Is that your answer? Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future? now that they've lost their deity. So that's your answer? Now for my final. This world has... Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods? So, this is... It seems that you're different from her. I'll take that. That said, like you, I am currently on a journey. Ugh. I have come to an even more twisted abyssal being. One...
Oh, we have an...
There's some It's possible.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Uh-huh.
That manner. Well then, let's meet up at... This abandoned temple does bear the Falcon of the West. Though it can soar... It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
I'll protect us.
Propagate! Spring forth!
You're toast!
Scatter!
Let the show begin. Let's dance. Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Propagate! Just a few abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left. The abyss. It is that. And the creature.
You seem to...
I suppose, judging by the... Perhaps we...
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dean's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Lord of Wolvendom, sharp of fang and keen of claw. No, I only know... All right.
Well, where do we be...
Indeed. Knowing what I...
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? That's kind of scary. Let's beat them up first. about that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the abyss. And there's another one of those bonfire spells! Looks like the abyss. Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Have you finished searching? I searched her, but they were left behind. It seemed we should leave as...
But now...
No, let's get a move on. I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's Lair. But I suppose that this place is, in fact, the first time...
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
Monsters gathered over there. Mama, get them!
Propagate!
Nice and spicy.
Propagate!
Demon I'll protect us. Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Nice and spicy! You're toast! Let's dance! Ready, steady, go!
Propagate!
Oh, so in the end, we...
I wouldn't call... How good it would be if all perils once upon a time...
where are they?
She no longer travels. I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting at times.
Oh, is that how it is? Well, why are you traveling alone then?
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? Hey, once you... Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty. Either way, we should settle down in a place...
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about... While you're still traveling, you should...
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? Whichever it is, we can reach the...
Oh, Dan moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you...
But it doesn't feel like there's anything...
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It does... My traveling... Me? I merely fall... Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found. Even for a single dandelion.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out. Huh? You mean your sister? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why... Do not rush. Vex it, at least you, at this time. The most important... Yes, may you find your... Only for now. After all...
Oh, yes! Yes! They have the audacity to go after the 7. Still. Oh, Traveler.
Huh?
Hello. We were...
Yes.
But we recently...
Too big time.
Yes.
Oh, Raptor!
You were correct. Some say that the
Anyway, despite how they have all...
To this end?
Grand.
Ah, indeed. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers. Ah, so you're... So...
With the major but anything... So, I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Good to see this.
Add as...
So that is it. Tomorrow